So on previous class, we will discuss what are the topics we are going to cover for manual testing. And then today we will start with the core Java concepts. So under this
Mhm.
core Java, I have like language fundamentals. Under this one, like introduction to Java programming, this is the first topic, like what is Java and what is program, what is programming, who is programmer, and what is the difference between program and programming. Okay, so what is Java and who invented Java? And why it is popular. So what is core Java and what are the advantages we have for Java and what are the disadvantages we have for Java. Okay. So and what are the projects we are going to develop by using Java programming and how we can download and install the JDK versions, how to download and install the Eclipse IDEs, and how we can create the Java project and how we can create the sample Java program, like what is class, object, and method. All these topics we are going to see under language fundamentals. Then the topic two is variables concept. Under this variables concept, we have to see like two different types of variables, like global variables and local variables. So again, global variable will be divided into two types, like static variables and non-static variables. Again, local variables is also divided into two types, local variables and parameters. And then data types, we have like primitive data type and non-primitive data types. Then string comparisons. So we have around 16 comparisons, 16 methods we have to compare with the string. So those 16 methods we have to say under string comparison methods. And then coming to the operators, we have different types of operators are available in Java, like arithmetic operator, unary operator, relational operator, conditional operator, assignment operator. So already we know arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus division, right? And then unary operators like increment and decrement operators, like pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement and post-decrement operators, and then relational operator like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to operators. That is nothing but relational operators. You have to compare two strings, two conditions, and then conditional operator or logical and illogical or operators. Logical or operators, which comes under conditional operator, then assignment operator. So you can add arithmetic operators like equal to, then it is called an assignment operator, like plus equal to, minus equal to, addition, multiplication equal to, division equal to, modulus division equal to. It is nothing but assignment operator. And then conditional statements are control flow statements. So again, it will be three types, like decision making statements, looping statements, and jumping statements. Again, decision making statements will be like if else, if nested if, and then switch statements. Looping statements will be divided into four types, like while loop, do while loop, for each loop, and for loop. Jumping statements will be break, continue, and return keyword. For each and every statement, I am giving you the script. And then arrays. Arrays are two types, like single dimensional array or one dimensional array, and two dimensional array and multi-dimensional arrays. So we have to cover here what is an array and what are the advantages of using array, what are the drawbacks we have for arrays, and how many types of arrays we have. So like next, eighth one is user defined methods. So how you can create the user defined methods, or where you can create the user defined methods, what is the usage for user defined methods. So all those things we have to see under topic 8. And then topic 9 is Java access modifiers. So this Java access modifiers like public, private, protected, and default. So we have four types of Java access modifiers. That is nothing but public, private, protected, and default. Then whoops concepts like inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. So total we have four principles are there for whoops. So object-oriented programming system. So these four principles are very, very important principles for interview purpose as well as automation testing. So uh, then we will see like constructors. Again, it will be divided into two types, like implicit or default constructor and explicit constructor. Again, explicit, it will be two types, like parameterized constructor and parameterless constructor. And then collections framework. Under collections framework, we will see like what is collection, what is map, and what is object array and array list. We will see these concepts. Then exception handling. like what is exception and what is exception handling, how we can handle that exceptions, what is the uses for try catch and finally statements, what is the uses of throw and throws block. So this is nothing but like exception handling. So total we have 13 topics we will discuss like in core Java part. So like language fundamentals, variables, data types, string comparisons, operators, conditional statements, arrays, user-defined methods, Java access modifiers, OOPS concepts, constructors, collections, and then exception handling. So total we have 13 topics we are going to cover with the core Java. And then moving to the automation testing using the tool called Selenium. So the first introduction to automation testing. So in that we will see like what is automation testing and why we are going go for automation testing. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using automation testing? Why we not to go for automation testing? What are the functional testing tools we have for automation? And what is Selenium? What are the advantages of using Selenium? And what is the differences between Selenium and QTP? And what are the components available in the Selenium? Like what is Selenium WebDriver? What are the advantages and disadvantages for Selenium WebDriver? And how to download Selenium Server standalone jar file? And how we can configure that Selenium Server standalone jar file into your Java into automation testing. Then WebDriver introduction, like a browser launching automation, how we can launch the browsers using automation testing, how we can work with the browsers, like different types of browsers, either it may be a Chrome browser or Firefox browser or Internet Explorer, whatever it may be, how we can work with those browsers. And then browser interaction commands. To interact with the browser, we have different types of commands are available, like driver.get, navigate.to, like navigate.back, navigate.forward, navigate.refresh, get current URL, get page source code, get title, quit, close. Like that, we have 11 methods to interact with the browser. And then the next concept is locators. So locators is very, very important in automation testing because without locators, we cannot identify any web element in a web page. So we have eight types of locators we have, like ID, name, class name, link text, partial link text, tag name, XPath, and CSS selector. So total we have 8 types of locators are available in automation testing. So those 8 types of locators are very, very important. And then validating an application. To validate an application in automation in Selenium, we are using 3 methods like equals method, equals ignore case method, and contains method. And then working on edit box or text box, how you can work with the text box. Either you have to perform, like you have to enter some text into the text box, or else you can edit the text into the text box. So you have to perform only these operations by using edit box or text box. Then visibility of an web element. So what are the methods we have for visibility of an web element? So we have 3 methods, like is displayed, is selected, and is enabled. Whether the web element is displayed or not, whether the web element is selected or not, whether the web element is enabled or not. So if it is enabled, then it will return true. If it is not enabled, then it is written false. Same. If it is selected, then it is true. If it is not selected, then it is false. If it is enabled, then it is true. If it is not enabled, then it is false. Okay. So, and then working with the mouse over actions, how we can work with the mouse over action without using any human interaction. So using some actions class, we have to work with mouse over actions. So that is nothing but working with mouse over actions, working with the radio buttons. So we have radio buttons like male and female. So you have to select only one option. One option you have to select. For example, if you want to select any male button, then male should be selected. So for if you want to select like female, then female should be selected, male should be deselected. So radio buttons is nothing but you have to select only one option. Then working with the drop downs. So drop downs, we have like 2 types of drop downs are available in Selenium, like single selection drop down and multi-selection drop down. So in single selection drop down, so you have to select only one option from the list of options. Then it is called single selection drop down. Examples like a country, the state, pin code, etc. And then multi-selection drop down. You can select more than one option from the list of options, then it is called a multi-selection drop-down. So this multi-selection drop-down can be have different types of methods are available. So to get the text or to retrieve the text in the drop-down list. So we have single selection drop-down and multi-selection drop-down. So deselect all option will be supported for multi-select only. It is not supported for single selection drop-down. So we have different types of methods are available to interact with the drop-downs as well. And then working with the frames, how we can work with the frames, like what is frame, how we can identify the frame, how we can switch the frame, how we can exit the frame, and what are the methods to handle the frames. All these things we have to see working with the frames. Then working with alerts, like what is alert and how many types of alerts are there, and what are the methods to handle the alerts. All these things we have to see working with alerts concept. Then working with multiple windows and tabs. So what are the methods to handle the new window, a new tab, multiple windows and multiple tabs? How you can handle that multiple windows and multiple tabs? That is nothing but multiple window, working with multiple windows and tabs. Then working with the scroll operations. Scroll operations are like it will be divided into two types, like vertical scroll operation and horizontal scroll operation. How without using any human interaction, how we can perform the scroll downs. So here Selenium WebDriver doesn't support scroll down operations. So here we are using like JavaScript executor. By using JavaScript executor only, you have to perform scroll operations. Then it may be a horizontal or it may be a vertical. So using pixels, you can scroll down the web page, and using visibility of the web element, you can scroll down the web page, and using bottom of the web page also you have to scroll down the web page on the horizontal of the web page. So these are all kinds of methods you have to perform for the scroll operations. Then working with the keyboard actions, how we can handle what is keyboard actions, how we can methods to handle the keyboard actions, how we can select the text, how we can copy the text, how we can paste the text, how we can cut the text. All the relevant like keyboard actions will be working with keyboard actions. We have to handle that one. And then working with the screenshots. How we can take the screenshot? By manually, you have to take the screenshot for many ways. By using automation testing, how we can take the screenshots? So by using automation testing, also we have to take the screenshot for three ways. Like you can take the screenshot from can take the screenshot on the full web page, and you can take the screenshot from the session of the web page, and you can take the screenshot for the single web element on a web page. So you can take three ways to take the screenshot by using automation testing as well. And then working with Excel operations. So Excel operations is nothing but in Excel operations, you have to perform either read operation or write operation. That's it. So either you have to perform read or else you have to perform the write operation. So those read and write operations you have to see under Excel operations. And then working with the Log4j. So like Log4j is used to store the data permanently into your project. So on that purpose, we are using Log4j. Along with the timestamp, it will be stored. And then synchronization or wait methods. If any web element is not identified on the web page, then you can use wait methods for that web element, like implicit wait, explicit wait, and fluent waits. Then TestNG, so it is a framework like what is TestNG and what is an introduction of TestNG and how we can configure TestNG into your Eclipse and what are the annotations are available using TestNG and how we can prioritize the test cases and how we can ignore the test cases using TestNG and what are the advantages we have using TestNG and what is serial and parallel execution, how it is working for TestNG and how it generates like a TestNG.xml reports. All these kinds of like TestNG concepts we have to see under the framework like TestNG. Then cookies. So how we can work with the cookies? So how we can accept the cookies? How we can delete the cookies? Okay. So how we can delete the cookies? And what are the commands we have? Like what are the commands we have? So all those things we have to see under cookies concept. Then Maven, how to create introduction to Maven and how to create the Maven project. So here we will discuss like two types of projects like Maven project and normal Java project. And then frameworks we are going to cover here Cucumber framework, PYM framework, data driven framework and hybrid framework. And then automating window components like Auto IT. What is Auto IT? How to handle the window components by using Auto IT tool, and how you can download and install the Auto IT, and how you can upload the file in Selenium by using Auto IT framework. So these are the topics we are going to cover for automation testing. So total, so manual testing, then we will see like later on we'll go to the Java concept, and then we'll go to the automation testing concepts. Okay. Clear? So these are the topics we are going to cover throughout the course. So if you have any doubt regarding the topics,
No.
so the actual classes will be started on tomorrow onwards.
So actual class start will be tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, the actual classes will be started on tomorrow. So tomorrow I will start with the basics of testings, like what is testing, what is software testing, and what are the advantages we have, what is manual testing, what is application, like what is web page, what is web element, what is URL, like the basics of testing we will discuss on tomorrow session.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Naveena ma'am. Thank you.
Sorry, your voice is not audible to me.
Hello. Thank you for the today. So
Yeah,
see you tomorrow. Thank you
yeah,
very
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Oh, okay.